Hi, my name is Miss Crisp, and I'm honored to contribute to this professional learning series. Today, I'll discuss leveraging the cultural and linguistic assets of English learners, or ELs, and fostering strong connections between home and school. This presentation will explore culturally responsive teaching, supporting the diverse needs of ELs in the classroom, and fostering effective homeschool community partnerships. Cultural influences deeply impact teaching and learning. Students bring their cultural values, traditions, and linguistic backgrounds into the classroom, which shape their perspectives, problem solving styles, and peer interactions. For example, students from collective cultures may excel in collaborative activities, while others may prefer independent work. Um, By understanding these cultural norms, we can design lessons that are inclusive and responsive to diverse learning preferences. Cultural competence is the ability to recognize, value, and incorporate diverse cultural perspectives in instruction. It ensures that we see students' cultural identities as strengths and adapt our teaching to affirm their experiences. For ELs, cultural competence promotes trust, engagement, and meaningful learning by incorporating their backgrounds into the lesson design. We can integrate EL's cultural values and beliefs by selecting texts, projects, and classroom routines that reflect their lived experiences. For example, incorporating storytelling, art, or community based traditions as part of instructional activities highlights students' unique contributions while building a culturally relevant curriculum. Culture shapes how students approach tasks, process new concepts, and interact with others. As educators, we must create culturally affirming environments where students feel validated and welcome and capable. Recognizing the role of culture helps us build instructional approaches that reflect students' experiences. Language acquisition thrives in inclusive environments that promote collaboration, interaction, and risk taking in language use. Steps to create such environments include bilingual resources, providing consistent visual scaffolding, and fostering culturally respectful communication norms. Strategies include incorporating multicultural literature, celebrating cultural holidays, and designing cross-cultural collaborative projects. These approaches affirm students' identities and foster inclusivity within the classroom. We can leverage home language and cultural assets by encouraging students to use their first language in brainstorming, incorporating bilingual dictionaries, and inviting families to share their cultural knowledge throughout our classroom, throughout classroom presentations or projects. These strategies promote equity while validating students' multilingual abilities. Tailored instruction is key. Strategies include visuals, hands-on activities, and differentiated grouping. For example, pre-emergent ELs benefit from visual aids and simplified language, while basic ELs can engage with more complex vocabulary through structured peer interactions. Social and emotional supports include creating buddy systems, offering SAL-focused routines like morning meetings, and fostering an inclusive culture where ELs feel safe to participate. Establishing trust and connection in the classroom is foundational to supporting EL's emotional well-being. Understanding these needs helps us, the educators, establish predictable routines that create a sense of security for ELs. For instance, using clear visuals for daily schedules or incorporating cultural greetings in routines can make students feel more comfortable and included. Family and community practices, often referred to as funds of knowledge, are rich resources for language learning. For example, traditions like storytelling or community celebrations provide meaningful context for literacy development. Strategies include hosting multicultural family nights, inviting families to participate in classroom projects, and providing regular updates in families' home languages. These practices build trust and strengthen connections between home and school. Effective practices include offering translated resources, holding parent workshops with interpreters, and inviting families to share their language skills and traditions in the classroom. These approaches affirm families' roles in their child's educations and celebrate their contribution. Inclusive practices include partnership with cultural organizations to host events, offering community-based mentorship programs, and holding classroom celebrations that invite families and local leaders to participate. These strategies create a strong school community connection that support English learner students' growth. By answering these questions, we see how an asset-based approach to ELs transforms the classroom into spaces of belonging, equity, and excellence. Let's celebrate and integrate the cultural and linguistic strengths of every learner into our teaching practices. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you're inspired to apply these strategies into your own work.